Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Almighty Allah, most gracious and merciful. Assalamu alaikum. Today I will be starting with the topic four theories of press, also known as the normative theories of press. So, before starting, I will first try to make you understand what theory is and what press is as per the normative theories of press. So, a theory means a set of rules and principles which have been observed, and that gives a theory. And press, as per the normative theories of press, means at present all the mass media, including the electronic media, TV and radio, as well as the new media, the social media. So the normative theories of press, they were given by Fred Seibert, Theodore Peterson and Wilbur Schramm in their book called Four Theories of Press. And these theories were given during the Cold War era between USA and USSR. They are also known as the Western theories of press because they were given by the US social scientists, and they are known as that's why they are known as Western theories of press, and they give us a relation between the government and how they control the media. So there are four theories as per the normative theories of press. The first theory is the authoritarian theory, the second theory is the libertarian theory, the third theory is known as the social responsibility theory, and the fourth theory is known as Soviet communist theory. So we'll today speak on the authoritarian theory. As the name suggests, the authoritarian theory, you might be a bit aware by this name, it means some kind of authority. So the authoritarian theory describes that all the forms of communication channels or media channels may be under the control of the government or the ruling people who are ruling the state, the country. The mass media will be under their control. Also, as per this theory, it states that the the authority is necessary so as to maintain law and order, so as to maintain peace and harmony in that country, in that state, in that area or in that region. Also, it says that with the control, the government, the ruling elite is able to keep an eye on what kind of information is passed down to the people. It allows some kind of what we call as a role of gatekeeping by the government or by the controlling agencies. Also, as per the authoritarian theory, it says that the private individuals, the private corporations, the private companies, they can own the media, they can own the communication channels, they can own the media channels, but they have to work, they have to operate as per the rules and regulations laid down by the government of that country or that state or that area. It also gives us some kind of information about licensing, about censorship, as well as about it also informs us that the media houses, that the media communication channels, they cannot be 100% autonomous. They cannot do as they wish. They have to follow the rules and regulations laid down by the government in which they are by the government of the state or the country in which they are operating. So now you might be having idea of what the authoritarian theory says. Also, I want to add here that there are some people who give their students an idea that the authoritarian theory says that if there is any kind of protest happening on a street, which are demanding electricity, which are demanding schools, which are demanding water for their area, as per them, the authoritarian theory says that the media should not cover these things. It's not like that. The media should hinder to show such information which can cause problems or which can create tensions in the state. It is this thing, protesting for water, for roads and for electricity, it's a news. It can be shown by the media. It doesn't come under that authoritarian theory principle or authoritarian theory. So to give you a better idea of how authoritarian theory works in the world, you might be knowing about the Press Freedom Index. The Press Freedom Index, it's an annual ranking of countries. It has been compiled by Reporters Without Borders, and they compile it based on their own assessment of countries' press freedom records. So they look the press freedom index is being compiled after looking at the degree of freedom as far as journalist work is concerned. There are many journalists who are freelancers who are not directly related to any one news agency or media agency. They do their work freely. They move from one agency to another on weekly basis, on monthly basis, or daily basis. So they look on the degree of freedom given to these journalists, as well as the news organizations, as well as the journalists who are directly working in these news organizations, as well as they also look on the freedom given to all other netizens who are using social media. How much free is the social media in the country? They look after that also. And also, in the last point, they look in the press freedom index in a particular country is that the efforts which are being made by the authorities to respect this freedom. For example, how the police, how the other district administration, or the state administration, or the country administration helps the journalists or helps the media organizations to freely move, to freely do their duty. So the press freedom index is based on these four things. So as per the latest 2019 press freedom index, it shows that also here I want to add that this press freedom index, it does not say or show anything about the quality of journalism that is being done in a particular country, but it looks only on the freedom the freedom given to the communication channels, given to the journalists, given to the freelancers to do their duty. So at present, the Scandinavian countries, you might be knowing Norway, Denmark, Sweden, these countries top the list of the latest 2019 ranking. For example, Norway is on rank 1, and our country like India, it's ranking 140. It's very low rank. The present ranking of the press freedom index is among 180. It includes 180 countries, and India's rank is 140. Pakistan, which is a neighboring country, its rank is 142. But the one thing I want to add here, that Afghanistan, which is a war devastated country, it's having much better rank than India and Pakistan. It's ranking 121. So as I was talking about India, India is a country which has heterogeneous population. there are a lot of cultures, there are a lot of religions, there are a lot of races, there are a lot of castes and cultures. So in order being a heterogeneous country in nature, it has to look after its law and order. So this can also be a reason that we are ranking 140 in the list of 180 countries, because as per these heterogeneous conditions, we have to have many a times we have to have more control over the media, because because the authorities don't want any kind of misinformation or misinterpretation of information to reach to the common people. So this was today my topic on authoritarian theory, as well as giving you an example of the press freedom index. So next the next video will be on the next theory, libertarian theory. Thank you.